Hey guys, it's Bethany. Welcome back to my channel. So, as you can tell by the title of this video, I was feeling super festive because we just put up our Christmas tree the other night, and I wanted to film a winter makeup tutorial. I tend to go very vampy and very dark during the winter, which I love. It's some of my favorite makeup looks, and today I wanted to show you how I do my warm-toned, more glammed up look. I did this for Thanksgiving, minus the lip, because no one wants this mess everywhere while they're eating turkey. So I just wanted to film this look and show you guys how I did it. I hope you guys enjoy it. If you do, don't forget to give it a big ol' thumbs up, comment below, and subscribe if you haven't already. And until next time, bye guys! So I started out with the NYX Angel Veil Skin Perfecting Primer, and I applied that on my whole face. Then I used very little of the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer, and I only applied this to my T-zone where I get a little oily. Next, I used the Benefit Erase Paste in the lightest shade, and I applied that just to my finger, and then I put it under my eyes, and then blended it out with a Real Technique sponge. Then, for a little color correcting, I took the NYX Above and Beyond Concealer in the green shade, and with a brush, I applied that just to a few of the red spots that I had from blemishes that are healing, and I also did it for the redness around my nose. Then, for foundation, I used the Milani 2-in-1 Foundation and Concealer in the shade 00B Light, and I applied this with my finger and then used a dense foundation brush to blend it out. Then I'm using my sponge and patting it out to get rid of any brush strokes. I like to apply my foundation this way so that the sponge doesn't soak up all of the product, but I still get a smooth finish. Then for my cream contour, I used the Milani Contour and Highlight Duo in Fair, and I applied that to my forehead and under my cheekbones and down the sides of my nose. Then with a small dense face brush, I'm just blending all that out. And then, as I drop it, I am moving on to the brows, and I'm using the Anastasia Brow Wiz in the shade Taupe, and I am just using this to give my brows some shape. And then I used the Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade in the shade Blonde to fill them in, and then I brushed them out with a spoolie brush. Then, moving on to the lids, I primed my eyes using the MAC Paint Pot in the shade Soft Ochre. So is it ochre or ochre? I just don't know. Then I took this shade from Makeup Geek and the collab with Manny MUA, and it's called Artemis, and I applied it on my brow bone right under my eyebrow. Then I used the Makeup Geek shadow in the shade Peach Smoothie, and with a fluffy blending brush applied that in and above the crease as a transition shade. Then I'm taking this Anastasia eyeshadow called Orange Soda, and with the same brush I'm going right over the previous color. Then doing the same thing again with this Makeup Geek shadow in the color Chickadee, just to really warm up the crease. Next, from the Urban Decay Naked Heat palette, I used the shade Sauced with a smaller blending brush and applied that lower and into the crease. And I used the brush that I used before just to blend the colors together. Then, taking the shade He Devil from the same palette, I'm applying that with an even smaller blending brush, and I'm applying that right into the crease, focusing on the outer corner. I'm just really layering all these colors gradually as they're getting darker for a smooth blend. Then I'm taking Scorched and a flat brush, and then I'm spraying some MAC Fix Plus and applying that all over the lid. I think this is my favorite shade in this palette. I love it. Then taking Sauced and a blending brush again, I'm blending out that harsh line. And then doing the same with He Devil. And then again, I'm going back with the same blending brush as before and adding a little bit of the shade Orange Soda and just again blending out all those colors. And then taking the shade Enfuego and a very small blending brush, I'm applying that to the outer corner. And then doing the same with the shade Ashes just to really darken up the outer corners. And then I'm just blending everything out again with the same brush as before, just to get rid of any harsh lines. Then I took the shade Lumber on my ring finger and I applied that to the center of my lid. Then moving on to concealer, I used Tarte Shape Tape in the shade Fair, and I applied that just a little bit under my eyes and down the bridge of my nose. First, blending it out with a concealer brush and then with my sponge. I then set my face with the Laura Mercier translucent powder and a small face brush. Then going back to the Anastasia Orange Soda shade and a flat shadow brush, I'm applying that to my lower lash line. Then doing the same with He Devil, focusing more on the outer corner as I go darker. And again doing the same with the shade Enfuego. Next, I took the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencil in the shade Torch, and I drew on my lower lash line to darken up the color a bit. Then for my waterline, I applied the Makeup Geek Full Spectrum Eyeliner Pencil in the shade Something Plum, I don't know. Then I added some winged liner using the Tarte Amazonian Clay Dual Liner. Then I curled my lashes just a bit before applying a thin coat of my favorite mascara called the Roller Lash by Benefit Cosmetics. Then I applied these lashes. These are the Huda Beauty Sasha lashes. I just put them in a different case. That's why they don't look like it. But I also used the House of Lashes lash glue. Sorry you can't really tell or see me putting these on. It was a little blurry. Didn't realize I wasn't in focus. Then going back to the face, I'm bronzing it up with the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil, I think, in the shade Medium. I absolutely love this bronzer because it smells like chocolate and it's amazing. Also took a small blush and I pinched it in my fingers to flatten it to apply a little down the sides of my nose. Then taking the Too Faced Sweet Peach Glow highlighting palette and I used the peach blush and applied that to the apples of my cheeks. Then I took the Tarte Amazonian Clay highlighter in the shade Stunner and I applied that to my cheekbones and down the bridge of my nose. And then I took a little bit on my finger and I highlighted my Cupid's bow, and with a small shadow brush I took a little bit and some MAC Fix Plus and I applied that to the inner corners of my eyes. Then moving on to my lips, I took the Rimmel Lasting Finish Lip Liner in the shade Coffee Bean and I lined my lips. And then I'm filling them in using this L'Aqua lipstick in the shade Storm. And I highly recommend exfoliating your lips when you're using a dark color like this one. As you can see, I had a bit of a hard time smoothing this color out because it was clinging to my dry spots on my lips, even though I moisturized them before I started lining them. Sometimes it just doesn't want to work out. And this is the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and thanks for watching. And if you did like it, don't forget to give it a big old thumbs up, comment below, and subscribe. Bye, guys. I was going to film this video with my new Toasted Tartlet palette that I just got like 3 weeks ago, and I dropped it. And now these are broken, this one's broken, this one's broken. Unfortunately, these two are goners. It's very sad. I can't even close it. I just got it and this is one of my favorite new palettes. It's a sad, sad day. What are you gonna do?